Hey, everybody. So, this is our first recorded Outriders podcast. Usually we do it live. We have Lady to my right and Bomber over there to the far.
I hope
Um,
they could tell us apart.
Right.
yeah, I don't know. Bomber's got the beard, but Lady apparently
Is
has
that
a
a
beard
lady
somewhere
beard?
else. So, we don't know where it's at.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Anyways,
I've
if you guys have any
never said that.
questions, it was in the comments somewhere. If you guys
grew
got
up
any
in the 2000s.
questions, yeah, that's right. If you guys got any questions, please put them in the comments. We also have a Discord section or an Outrider section in our Discord. We will start the video. We will stop it here and there and talk about what we're excited about and explain what we can, and we will go from there. Excited to have you guys out. All the way. Also, I guess I should introduce Lady. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Lady. Hello. No, I'm really excited for this game. It's been on my radar for a while, but I kind of gave it the side eye for a while. It wasn't looking great, and then the more and more I saw about it, I was like, all right, I'll get hyped for it. I don't want to be let down, but I'm excited for it. Yeah.
And Mr. Bomber.
Yes, sir. Of course, yeah. I mean, I'll reiterate. Yes, absolutely. I'm hyped about this game. Have been pretty much since they showed it off. I've just been like under the radar hype with it, just because
I'm
of
trying
the
to
previous
keep
game.
try to keep it low.
Yes, it's just because of the previous game that we're not going to talk about today. But yeah, there's a lot of promise to it, and it just looked like you said, it looks better and better, and I can't wait to dive into this wonderful class.
It looks better. I do have my hesitations. I've talked about it a little bit because of a prior game that we won't mention.
Multiple prior games for me. I don't know.
See, there's only one prior game that actually has really made it. I mean, there's other games that have made me not like lower my expectations some. There's one that pretty much fucking took a sledgehammer to anything I ever wanted to play again. It's like, oh, you're expecting something? Here, let us show you what we could really fuck up. It's like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, definitely. I'm glad that I didn't get overly hyped for that one.
I got overly hyped. I gave away
Division
almost 20
hype.
copies of that game.
Oh, Division? Yeah.
You know, Division and Division 2, I just... Yeah, we can get to that later. We can make a podcast about games later. We're here for Outriders. We will start the video, and here we go.
18.
Greetings, Outriders! Welcome to our Spotlight series, a collection of videos that delve deeper into specific aspects of the game. Today, we're taking a look at our next class. Crank up the...
Okay, so I wanted to stop it right here. We did another video where we did talk about the Trickster, the Devastator, just mention them a little bit, and the, I can't think of the fourth class, guys.
Technomancer.
Technomancer.
Yeah.
The Technomancer is your healing class, has support. Your Trickster is more like your rogue class. Your Devastator is your tank class. Your Pyromancer is more like your mage class. We'll mention that every video that we do, just so in case you miss one. Do you guys have anything to say before I started again?
No, This is my favorite looking one, like the actual look of the class. I always get excited when I see it.
Something about fire just makes me get excited.
And the way the armor and the face looks, I mean, kind of like a burnt vagina, but still. Good.
So have you experienced the burnt vaginas? Or...
Have you ever gotten waxed?
Hi.
No, my vagina's never been waxed. So I'll have to do that this weekend.
The heat, because it's the Pyromancer. As always, we've got time codes in the description if you prefer to skip to a section, but if you want to absorb everything there is to know about our fiery friend, keep on watching.
As pyromancers, we manipulate explosive volcanic energy and devastating walls of flames.
Who is this class for? Players who like to take on hordes of enemies at once. Also, pyromaniacs. Nah, just kidding. Don't actually set things on fire. Unless you're in the game, then set everything on fire. Pyromancers tend to fight at mid-range. They don't have the movement abilities needed to get in and out of combat quickly, like their Trickster brethren, but many of their abilities are area of effect based, meaning you'll want a decent amount of space to line them up, then light them up. Fundamentals.
Okay,
Meaning you'll want a decent...
I want to rewind it just a little bit. So I didn't notice this the first time I watched it, but this guy right here that I'm using on the mouse, he's
Bone wrecker?
froze. Yeah, the bone wrecker, he's froze. He's stunned of some type. So they talked about they're not going to move as fast as Trickster, so it will be a slower class. I'm guessing more of a distance class, like they've said, ranged. But the fact that you can stun stuff, that gives it some survivability on the fact that if something does get up close and personal, you can stun it and try to get away. So not
Yeah,
entirely.
they even show
just...
some other stuff later on that really shows that off.
amount of space to line them up, then light them up. Fundamentals. The Pyromancer has 3 core fundamentals that underlies each of their powers. These are Explosive, Immobilize, and Ignite. The Pyromancer is focused around thermal and fire-based powers and effects, which you can even see in the class's melee attacks. Your standard melee attack will deal fire damage to anyone it hits, while also inflicting extra effects as well. It is so much more than a skill just to use in a raw panic. Healing. Even the best combatants get injured from time to time, so knowing how to utilize your unique Pyromancer skills is essential to surviving. As with all of the classes, there are no quick fixes to retaining health. You need to play aggressively to restore HP. In the Pyromancer's case, they can be healed if an enemy dies while marked by their skills.
So, I mean, I've watched the other videos, and I guess I've missed it, or this is the first time they mentioned it, where if you want to be healed, you have to play aggressive. You can't play defensive.
And this is with every class. Every class, you have no pots, you have no take cover and heal over time. It's literally you have to kill things. If you don't kill anything, you don't heal.
And I've heard that. I guess I've just never heard them use the phrasing "you have to play aggressive." The fact that you have to get out there, you have to kill stuff, you have to actually move forward, do damage to heal. So, I mean, that'll be different for a lot of us who are used to, hey, take cover and I'll heal. It's like, no, you take cover, you're just gonna die.
Right? It's gonna be a different kind of play style, definitely. Something.
Oh yeah, and like right here,
though.
as you recover as enemies die that are marked. So I guess you mark, kill, mark, kill, mark, kill. And what I do wonder about this is if you mark them, if a lady marks them, and then me or Bomber kills them,
everybody heals.
Does everybody heal then?
Everybody heals, because as long as you mark anything, and that's the reason why a lot of each class has like an AoE type spell or ability, and that's why like Pyromancer, it has its fire effect where basically it'll burn. You'll see things on fire, which of course with certain skills, which they show later, that you can actually do more, like it inflict burn on enemies. So basically it's like a damage over time. It's a dot basically on them.
Yeah.
And as long as they die with that dot on, you're going to get healed even if you don't kill it. Like you can just go dot it.
So as long as you mark it, somebody else kills it, you get healed. And as long as they mark it with whatever the ability they have, they can get healed.
Absolutely.
Definitely has the best status effect in my mind. Like
that's because you're into fire.
Yeah.
You just like fire.
Like fire is awesome.
Fire!
Any Pyromancer skill that damages an enemy will mark them for a set time. This means that Pyromancers can get maximum healing from affecting the greatest amount of enemies possible, and then also ensuring that those same enemies meet a swift death. Powers. Each class has 8 powers in total, starting with a single power and unlocking more as you level up. Many of the Pyromancer's powers inflict a status effect called Burning. This sets enemies on fire and provides a nice bit of damage over time. However, inflicting Burning also momentarily stuns enemies and can be used as an interrupt. But that's enough general power information.
So, every single guy I've watched so far, it talks about interrupts. I'm used to playing World of Warcraft where you have to interrupt stuff, otherwise you take a lot of damage. I'm really thinking a lot of people may have a hard time doing stuff on the fact that you have to learn to interrupt people. You have to learn to time your abilities on, hey, look, this boss, you have to interrupt this.
Especially if you go up in higher tiers and
it's not just gonna be mash buttons.
No, it won't be, hey, just go in and burn them down. It'll be, hey, wait, timing everybody's ability, because all of these abilities have cooldowns, so you're gonna have to wait and time everybody's ability just right so you don't all use the interrupt at the same time. I mean, I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I think getting like used to one character is just going to be great too. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
hard to switch back and forth in a game like this because you've got to know the ins and outs of your class and how it works. So even though we have 6 character slots, I'm like, oh, I don't even know. I think I'm just gonna need to pick like one, maybe 2, and that's it.
I'll be honest, I'll probably max out Devastator like I did with the game that won't be named, and then once I'm like
That
king
tank
shit
class?
with that, yeah. Once I'm good with that, then I might try the other ones, but we'll see.
Let's check out 4 of the Pyromancer's abilities now. Power 1, Thermal Bomb. Thermal Bomb will set an enemy ablaze and deal additional damage to them over time. If an enemy dies while under the effects of Thermal Bomb, they'll rise into the air and explode in a gory mess, dealing damage to a large radius.
love it.
So if it deals damage to a large radius, can friendly people be damaged by it?
No. So you're basically, from everything that I have seen, none of your abilities affect each other damage wise.
Yeah, there's
Some
no
abilities.
friendly fire.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no friendly fire, which is great. I mean, in this kind of thing, it's kind of like a Diablo thing. Like if you had
At
friendly
least that we've
fire, you'd be
seen.
dead.
Yeah.
You'd be dead. I mean, you would absolutely.
How cool
be
would
dead.
that be if like you move up in those tiers, those top tiers, and they're like, okay, now you can harm your buddies.
That would be bad. That would be very bad.
Right.
Sorry, Fork, I killed you again.
That would be me too.
Combine this power with a mob of grouped enemies, and the resulting explosion may well wipe the rest of them out too. You don't have to be the one to land the killing blow either. You can tag an enemy and have a fellow Outrider kill them, which will still trigger the thermal bomb going off. Teamwork. Power 2, Ash Blast.
I love that they've done that. Sorry, I keep stopping it. I love the fact that they've done that to where it's so focused on co-op that if Lady marks the person, I can kill it. It still triggers the ability. To me, that is just.
That's great.
They focus on the fact that, hey, look, play it to the people, do what you need to do, keep moving forward, and somebody else can do what you need to do. I mean, I love playing to the people. So the fact that it allows you to do it, just way forward thinking, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think because of the amount of enemies you'll be fighting, that's why you need it in a sense. Like
be enemy on top of enemy.
Yes, like it's just gonna be continuous, which is great.
Well, think about this: we did the Devastator the last stream, and we showed the Devastator is able to pull enemies in. Well, just imagine you pull enemies in, and one of them has that bomb on it.
Yep.
And then you
have a third player come through and do their thing, or
yeah.
It could be
definitely play off of each other.
It could be great. Absolutely.
Put them up near a boss, do a whole bunch of damage.
Yep.
Using this skill will apply the status effect Ash to all enemies in a large radius. Ash prevents affected targets from doing anything at all for a few seconds, immobilizing them in a suffocating cloud of dust. A great crowd control ability, Ash Blast can cause large numbers of enemies to briefly freeze in place. This can be combined really well with other powers to hit a maximum number of enemies. And there are scenarios to use Ash Blast both offensively and defensively. Offensive. Use Ash Blast to prevent enemies from escaping any area of effect abilities you or your teammates might be casting. Alternatively, Ash Blast can help you line enemies up for successful headshots, causing maximum damage. Defensive. Ash Blast can also be used to buy you vital breathing room. Ironic, seeing as your foes will be choking on Ash. If you're being overwhelmed, use it to freeze enemies in their tracks and fall back to a more manageable distance. Power 3, HEATWAVE. This is one of the earliest powers you unlock. As the Pyromancer is a medium-range class, you'll want to maintain a little bit of distance between yourself and enemy.
Okay, I was wrong. They're not a long-distance class. They're a medium-range class.
Yeah, they're medium-range. And I honestly think this is going to be, in my opinion, the best, solo class. Like, if you want to run solo and you don't have a lot of friends, I feel like this is going to be the one with the area damage that you do. Like, I just feel like it's the best option for that.
It's the only one I've seen so far that has some type of actually freezing things, giving you enough room, line stuff up.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I
So
could
if you don't
see,
have someone there,
yeah, I could see running around, getting 10 or 15 guys, stunning them, turning around, and doing this ability to where you're burning them down. I mean, very quick, very fast. But
But you
yeah,
also got to think that this is not a fast class, so really grouping up a lot of enemies could actually probably be a bad idea.
that's true.
Because you're not going to be running fast like a trickster is going to, because a trickster, because of its maneuverability, can
road
do
bike, yeah.
a lot of jumping back and forth, especially with certain abilities. So that's where you kind of have to. I mean, I think each one has great solo capabilities. It's just going to be, which one fits
Your
your
game style.
style, man.
See, I think they have great solo, like they have the ability to solo, but the fact that they focus so hard on co-op, I honestly think that's where you're gonna have the best,
Oh yeah.
the
Oh,
combos, to
definitely.
be able to work together. And lady, I don't want you ever to worry because as long as you're forking crew, you'll always have someone to play with. So
Right?
I will
You'll just have
ignite
to
your
get me
pyro
on there.
bombs
and
all
I'll
the
get
time.
over my anxiety to play with you guys. Maybe.
You'll be fine. You just gotta watch out for Leo.
And
Watch out for
HEATWAVE
Leo.
is perfect for this. If enemies, particularly melee attackers, try to rush you, HEATWAVE will provide you with the space you need to be most effective at scalding them into crispy giblets. HEATWAVE's secondary effect shouldn't be forgotten.
Okay,
Most
hang on a second.
effective
So
as
I'm rewinding a
melee
little bit.
attackers try to rush
Watch how
you,
much their health
HEATWAVE
is.
will
These
provide
guys are
you
almost
with
at
the
full
space you
health.
need to be most
It burns them
effective
the fuck
at
down.
scalding them into
Right?
crispy giblets.
Right. Which,
I think
granted,
those are
you
low
don't know
powered
what
shit,
tier they're
but-
on.
Yeah, I mean they're probably
Yeah.
light armored. Also, this is an ability you can't use all the time. It's gonna be on a timer. I don't know what the timer is. I don't think. I don't even know if
Also,
they'll show it.
Earlier they showed level 16 people. The character had 20 points earlier to put into the thing, so that's
Which
why you
means
got
they're
30
level 30.
character.
Yeah.
So this is double the damage on lowering, which is fine because this gives you the opportunity of seeing, okay, hey, like I think you've asked before, can I go into a low level thing and be so overpowered? Absolutely. You're probably not going to
yeah.
get great. You're not going to get great loot. But
Great
you may still
gear.
get. You may still.
I
get
don't want great gear.
okay gear.
If I go
But-
down, I don't want great gear because I know where I'm going down.
I
Exactly.
just want to kill shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I think that's great because that's the fun part.
And
I
you
mean-
have to think these are like the thrall of this
Mhm.
game. Like they're just gonna be
throwing out
poured on
Destiny
you,
2
and they're
terms.
probably gonna be the lowest.
Look at
level.
you.
I'm sorry, that was actually vanilla Destiny, but no.
I mean, technically, Thrall are in Destiny 2.
I know. I just
I know nothing because I
know.
don't play that freaky game. But
You will.
well, that was my
That
game.
shouldn't
That
be
was my jam.
forgotten either. The burn status effect will deal damage over time to all affected enemies, which may well help give you a nice burst of healing if they feel the burn a little bit too literally. Power 4, Overheat. Overheat may only deal a small amount of damage to enemies within a large radius, but it
I love
does
how
deal
gory it
extra
is,
damage
this
to
class.
enemies that are
Yeah, I mean, they don't hold back on the blood, the burning.
Yep.
No, not at all.
dude, the burning, like if you see some of the characters, like without them blowing them up or keep shooting them or whatever, if they just burn them, you can watch how their skin goes away, and of
Okay,
course
okay.
it
Yeah,
flakes
I'm
off.
good. I'm good.
What?
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
love it.
I forget. My bad. I'm sorry for it.
No, you can go in detail.
My
I just
bad.
wanted to give you shit. So
Yeah.
those of you who don't know, I'm a burn survivor. I have a 3rd degree burn with a skin graft on my left arm, and some people don't know, some people do. I just like to
Oh.
give bomber crap.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I did that.
I don't
didn't
tell a
even
lot of
think about
people.
it until after
Nah,
I just
you're
started
fine.
saying it. I'm like, son of a.
No, you're fine. No, but when you're talking about the burning, it actually kind of hit me on the fact of there's certain movies I can't watch because if I see someone burning, it triggers memory. So I mean,
can
it
see that.
looks very visual. So part of me, it clicked on. Would this affect somebody? I mean, I hope not. I hope people get to play it and enjoy it. But I mean, it's something that I've never even
I
thought
won't play
about in some
Pyro
games.
around you.
You're
We're
fine.
fighting Amazon, by the way. I just like that we're.
That's true. Amazon.
I just realized the name was Amazon.
You were like, what?
I was kind of like, what are you talking about, Amazon? Is that what we're going to call Pyro now? Amazon? I'm like, that's kind of weird. I'm like, oh, Amazon. Got it. I mean, so I'm running it in 4K. You guys are watching it in 1080p, but it looks
Still looks great in 1080p.
it looks amazing in 4K, 60 frames. I'm looking forward to playing it. The fact that you watch stuff burn down is just like, yeah, this is going to be one of those. I'm just going to burn them and watch kind of how this goes down.
that was one of the things that I was on the fence about early on, because I didn't think the graphics looked amazing on those first showcases. But as I've seen it throughout like last year, it's gotten better and better, and I'm just like, gosh, it looks so good. And then I saw the Xbox Series S play
The game,
stuff
that gameplay, that quick.
yeah, that
little
gameplay
snippet.
like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, fuck, that looks even better than the broadcast. Maybe
Well,
I'm
see,
just crazy, but I'm
the
like,
problem
that looks
is
so good.
the broadcasts them in like 720 1080p. So if you watch it after they broadcast, you can crank it up to 4K.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And that is where it's like, yeah, that looks way better.
It's definitely, and I love the environments. Like,
Yes,
and
definitely.
the different enemies. Like you see Amazon, you saw the Bone Breaker earlier, and some other ones. I mean, there's so many different enemies, which I'm very happy
Different
for. It's
types.
not just like
Me too.
reskin stuff with different colors. You know, it's like actually legit.
So
stuff
the one
you can
thing
find.
I do want to bring up that they've talked about but they haven't really shown is this right here. I'm
Yes.
guessing that this right here is a collectible that then you can use to, because they have talked about that you'll have to collect stuff to make armor and other
Yes.
stuff. So I am wondering if this is what one of those is. I mean, let's admit it. We're all video game players. The moment you see something shiny that doesn't,
Shiny.
it's not
I
supposed
want
to
to
be there,
collect it.
we got to go
Doesn't
touch
belong,
it.
yep.
It's like doesn't
And
belong.
as
It's a
an
secret
RPG
door.
player, especially.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just
Yeah,
wanna
as
go
an
up to it
RPG
and
player,
pick
it's like
it.
collect it, touch it, kick.
Yes.
The game needs me to do something to this.
Yes. Just don't take as long as like Red Dead 2 to like pick it up, please. Like,
No, it's
Oh.
definitely
I
gonna
have
be
it.
probably pretty quick. I'm pretty sure. 'Cause,
I
mean,
hated
this is
skinning
this is
things
such.
in Red Dead 2. It's
Oh
like,
yeah,
mhm.
oh my god. This
Even
is the
picking
time.
flowers. Fuck.
Yeah.
but yeah.
Currently burning,
yeah.
making it a great follow-up skill. Similarly to Heatwave, Overheat is an excellent way of marking numerous foes and strategically setting yourself up for a big burst of healing. It's one of those skills that just gets on with everyone, you know? It synergizes really well with a number of other powers to double down on damage dealt. The big burst of healing.
Okay, so what I'm
It's
doing
one
is
of those skills that just gets
watch
on
how
with
quickly
everyone,
that cools
you know?
down.
It-
I mean, they use it, and within a couple seconds, I mean, it looks like this is only maybe a 10-second cooldown, because as you watch them talking 2-3 seconds, it's already a quarter of the way done. You can use it again. So
And
it
not
looks
even-
like.
I
even
wouldn't
just
be
that,
surprised if that's in your skill tree.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure there's
Faster
cooldowns.
cooldown.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
hey,
I'm
this
sure,
is, yeah.
yeah, I'm sure there's ones that cool down. So I am excited for that because I hate the ones where 2-minute cooldown, and it's like that was the wrong time to
the
use
worst.
that.
But if you see all this stuff, I know you just paused it, but with all the I was just counting all the different names, and they all look different. Like all the characters,
Yeah.
all the enemies, all looking different,
Yes,
have
I was
different
too.
like.
Like
And that was
Plunder,
where I was sitting there
Outlaw.
going, yes, like you have like 2 different ones there. There's another one in the back that can't see right now, but then when it flips to the next page, you have like 4 different ones on the screen. It's like,
Well, what I
this
love is
great.
this right there that they're
Cutthroat.
using. I've watched it, this entire trailer. Barricades doesn't stop that shit. So that's
Yeah.
what I love is the fact that it's not like some games where, you know, it hits a barricade, it's like I can't go past it. And it's like, why not? It's erupting from the ground. So this will be very awesome to be able to use on stuff that's hiding, like these guys back here, to be able to actually hit them and continue moving on. Because like they've said, yeah, you have guns, but you'll run out of ammo if that's all you're focusing on.
Oh, ammo. I forget about fucking ammo.
Oh, yeah.
sometimes.
Well, mind
I
you,
wonder how ammo's gonna be. Have
they-
we learned much about this?
About
Not
the
yet,
ammo?
not
No.
not
The only
really.
thing,
They haven't talked
the only
about
thing
that.
they
I
have
haven't
said,
seen a lot of pickups.
no, they haven't seen a lot of pickups. I've seen ammo, like right here, ammo picked up.
Mhm.
Other than that, we haven't seen resources picked up. They showed a couple guns, but they have mentioned you will run out of ammo if that's all you're using. So you're going to have to actually use your abilities and use
Use
them
your-
wisely.
yeah.
So, I mean, I like
It's all
it.
logic. It's all
Yeah.
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 I mean,
gonna be
it's
in-depth
it's not a
fighting.
shooter. It's a shooter with a RPG abilities, and they want you to use your
Yeah,
abilities.
definitely.
So.
It synergizes really well with a number of other powers to double down on damage dealt. The definition of supportive. We all need an overheat in our life. As we mentioned before, our Pyro Pow will feature a further 4 powers on top of those that we've shown today, but we will talk about these later down the line. Power combos. Using powers by themselves is all well and good, but utilizing them in combinations is where Outriders truly shines.
Those
Heatwave's
combos,
ability
yeah.
to hit several
Yeah, they just used 3 right there. It was the burn wave, the stun, and then the grenade. That's
So I've been playing a lot. We've been playing a lot of Spellbreak, and like in times I'm like, oh yeah, that's those. I got to do this at this
Yep.
time, and I get those like combo.
I have not played that yet.
Vibes.
My kids have actually started
Oh, you
playing
need
it. They
to.
told me I need to, so I'll get on it
So fun.
when I can
Oh, good.
actually not work 14-hour days.
Right.
Fuck those days. I don't miss it.
I haven't seen the sun in 2 days, lady.
I would, you know, to be honest, I haven't either. I probably more like 4 days, but that's just my own doing because I'm like, fuck the world. I'm gonna stay inside.
Several
don't
enemies
like
at
it.
once with burning means that overheat can inflict maximum damage. Thermal bomb, on the other hand, may only inflict burning onto a single enemy at a time, but the status effect still means that overheat can be triggered to cause extra damage and ensure the thermal bomb carrier dies and triggers the explosion. As mentioned, the Pyromancer is ideally
So wait, the Devastator has the ability that they can pick things up and throw it, right?
Well, they
Yes.
can absorb the
No.
bullets and then shoot it back at them.
Yeah.
Well, I thought, aren't they the one that can actually pick up an enemy and throw the enemy?
I mean, they have the like
Maybe I'm
impel.
thinking- Yeah, maybe, well, maybe I'm thinking of
have
the
impel,
black
they
hole
have that
thing where it
he
sucks them
jumps
in.
up and... Yeah, that's that like vacuum.
Sorry,
thing.
I'm just
I don't
thinking
think
of.
it throws them though, does
No,
it?
I was just thinking. No, you mark
it
an
just
area
groups
and then
them.
it pulls them all into it. I'm just thinking of you could, do that to
Oh,
10,
yeah,
15
like
yeah,
Shadow.
guys.
the
And,
Death
Going back to
State, yeah.
Destiny, like Shadow Shot.
yeah, you could get
Yeah.
multiple guys, suck them in, and one could have a grenade and just watch it. I mean, I'm just thinking of all this in my head. I'm like, man, this is gonna be awesome. This is
Absolutely.
gonna be.
Yeah, not only grenades, but their own like I mean everybody's own.
Yeah, this is
thing.
gonna be
Like,
one of
you
those,
do that, and then the
let's
trickster comes
see-
in and like
Oh yeah, this is gonna be one.
That's
Let's see
enough.
how much damage we can do. And mind you, there's 4 classes, and I believe this is 3-player or 4-player.
It is 3. It's 3
Okay.
player right now.
it's 3. There's been no confirmation about like. There's a lot of speculation, but no.
Yeah, there's also a lot of speculation on when it's gonna release.
Yeah, it's still
Oh,
slated for
yeah,
holiday
I've got people
2020.
asking
So.
me
I
that,
look,
like,
I
DMs on
was
Twitter.
I was talking to Bomber the other day, and I think you were in there, lady. Of if it's not, if we don't get a release date by October, it's being pushed. That's my honest opinion.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean-
no. Well, we should be having. I mean, if we're thinking about it, it's the end of
September, so we should
September.
have another
What
video.
month is it? Yeah, it's the end
Yeah.
of September, and the last broadcast was the end of August. So I feel like.
Well,
our
they said every
broadcast
month
should
we're
be
gonna have
coming.
another broadcast, so we should have another
Yeah, so I feel like it
broadcast
should be
coming up. And if they don't announce a release date in that
Well,
broadcast,
Oh,
This
I
next,
don't-
well, the next one is their end game content, so maybe.
wait. Where did you hear? Okay, we'll talk about that
They-
later. But I want to know where you got
Oh.
that inside.
they announced it
Okay.
on the last broadcast.
Oh. Wait,
At
I
the very
listened to
end,
that
it said the
broadcast
next
like 3
podcast
times.
would be the end game.
I think so. I mean, I
Oh.
I heard about it
Yeah.
also that the next broadcast is gonna be. We'll
The
talk
end
about it
game
later.
content. Yep.
mid-range fighter who likes to keep enemies at arm's length, and this combo will show you how to do just that. While in battle, Heatwave neutralizes enemies that get too close. Following Heatwave up with Ash Blast will ensure that those enemies remain where they are. Then place a thermal bomb amongst the mob and focus all fire on that enemy. If you can kill them before the Ash Blast effect wears off, you can wreak havoc with the thermal bomb explosion and benefit from a burst of healing at the same time. And bear in mind, these are only simple examples of how powers could be chained. You'll no doubt find your own most effective ways of playing Outriders in your own style. Alter your Pyromancer. Each class has a tree of class point nodes that you can activate to alter the way your build and skills work. Class
Fucking
points
love the
are
trees.
acquired by leveling up. You won't be able
They
to
are
fill out the
so
entire class
in-depth.
tree, but you will be able to
Mhm.
respec your nodes to change the way you play. The 3 branches for the Pyromancer are Ashbreaker, Firestorm, and Tempest, with each branch providing both major and minor passives that affect your
that
character's
cooldown.
type of damage focus and survivability. The Ashbreaker branch will generally provide bonuses when dealing damage against marked enemies, while also providing a boost in anomaly power. The Firestorm branch is a path focused on maximizing the damage output of skills. This path will allow you to increase your anomaly power, your burning damage, and the skill damage you do on marked enemies. The Tempest branch, on the other hand, helps you fill more of a tank role. The path focuses on maximizing your health bonus and reducing the damage you take from certain sources. One of the more unique passive bonuses you can activate on this path is an automatic revival upon death. That's pretty handy. Additionally, the equipment you use may impact
Wait.
The equipment.
a path focused on maximizing the damage output of skills. Death. That's
Okay. Every 3 minutes you can be revived from death.
That's pretty impressive. Just in case.
I mean,
that-
either
that's gonna
A,
be good
you're
for-
planning on dying a fucking lot, because, I mean, 3 minutes,
Yeah.
it's not very long in a video game.
I
So,
do
I
die
mean,
a lot.
That,
But I mean, you're putting that on higher difficulties, doing harder
oh,
stuff.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure you
No,
could
yeah,
build this
that's
with other
definitely-
things, and mind you, the
Pretty cool.
builds that are going to come out of this are just going to be insane.
Yeah. I mean, you saw that earlier one where it said 30% cooldown on that.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
30% is kind of like a big deal to me. Like, I'm like, wow, that's,
No, it
that's
it-
kind of
it is.
a
absolutely.
lot.
I mean, you talk about 100 seconds, that's 70 seconds down. You're down from a little over a minute and 40 seconds down to a little over a minute, so that's big.
pretty handy.
Actually, I mean,
Additionally,
and you can see it
the
in the fighting, man. You can tell, like, when they're doing a certain ability, they drop down, get cover, they're hitting other things, and by the time they jump over to shoot some more, that ability is already ready again, like within
Yeah.
that few seconds. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're going to be using these abilities quite a bit. Of course, you know, depending on your gear, your spec, but yeah, it's good. Of course,
hope
everybody
so,
that loves
because-
Destiny probably loves this picture right here, though, because it's
I like this
literally the
because
same thing.
there's one helmet that looks different, another helmet that looks different, another helmet that looks
Yeah,
different.
that looks like
another
some, like,
helmet, another helmet, another
Pagan,
helmet.
like, Quaker girl helmet. Like, what is
Oh, dude,
that?
I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
I don't-
It looks. That
They're
looks
they're
hilarious.
going for the quicker look there for you, lady, so you feel more at home.
Right? Hey, thanks.
Hey.
I don't know. I love the look of this class. I've said it before, but like this class just
Yes.
looks like there's no eyeballs. There's like it reminds me of 13 Ghosts, I think is what it is.
Oh
That, like,
god, that's such
ghost.
a freaky movie. I don't know why. I know it's like
No,
it's
I
so
don't know the name of
cheesy,
the
but
ghost,
it's so
but-
creepy.
Yeah.
Such a weird movie.
equipment you use may impact the way your skills work. The gear you equip might reduce the cooldown
So once again, gear you equip. Here's
Dum Dum Bullets. I love the names.
and pure power phaser beam increases damage dealt by a skill. So you will be collecting armor that actually makes your guys build better. Cooldown reduction 6.5%. I mean,
Yeah. So
And
imagine
that's the
that
good
plus
thing,
that
like,
30% cooldown. That's almost a 40% cooldown on some.
yeah, and then you at the
skills
very
like that.
bottom increase damage and decrease cooldown of eruption. I don't know what eruption is, but I mean this is cool.
you're gonna be
This is one
building-
piece. Yeah, this is one piece where
Sets.
yeah, it's not even so much
Oh,
sets. You'll
so
be
good.
looking for. I mean, they have said there will be sets, but this is just a piece of armor.
No, yeah.
So,
And
and,
it's
I am
and
wondering
it's
if right
easy.
here though. Nope, it is there. 3-piece bonus active. So this is
So
a
you have
set.
bonuses.
This is a set right here because they have 3 pieces. That's what these bonuses are for.
Well, it
So
says
that
upper
is
row
cool.
of the lava lit, so it kind of gives you that.
And then
like,
Yeah.
even
hey,
if you don't
need
want to
more
do
pieces,
that,
so-
like I mean, you go
No,
back to
yeah.
Division and you're building those things.
Oh yeah, in
like
Division,
this, and this, so
World
you
of
have
Warcraft.
It's like a math in a way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean there's multiple ones where I've actually gone 3 and 2 or whatever because
Mhm.
the bonuses that you get at 3 were better than all of them. If you had all 5, then you had got another 2. This is
I
gonna
really
be
think that's where.
this
Go
is gonna
ahead,
be
sorry.
amazing on where it'll just be.
the min
what you can
maxing is gonna be.
Oh,
legit
yeah.
Min
fun.
maxing, yeah.
The one thing I am hoping
And
for
being
is you'll
able
know
to
where
have
the shit
6
drops
people,
from. Yeah, is I just want to know
like
if you kill this guy, you get this item, not like Diablo in a way where, hey, you want the set items? Okay, go kill random shit. It may drop.
I'm not gonna lie. I personally do believe it's gonna be that way.
No.
I do.
bummer.
I think it's gonna
Like,
be
I
random.
do.
I think it's
yeah.
gonna be there's gonna be certain ones like certain things that are like okay you can
Yeah.
only get this one from this person, but I don't think that they are always gonna drop it. I think it's gonna be like a going back to Destiny, like a Fatebringer situation involved. Like I might get it this time when I defeat this boss.
Oh no
but I might not. I might just
so
get some random.
so
shit.
that's
But
not
I-
what I mean. I don't mean
No, I
like
know
if you go kill
you
the
mean
lava
just
lich.
randomly kill stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean if you kill the lava lich, it's a guaranteed drop that you're gonna get the upper robe. I more mean, hey, if you kill the lava lich,
You have
it
a
drops
choice of those
these
5
15,
things.
one of
Yeah.
these 15 items. So there's a chance you will or will not get it, or you'll get something else. I don't want where, oh, the lava lich drops off fucking everything. Good luck. Just kill
Yeah,
everything,
probably
and you
not.
might get it.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
I don't see
I don't know.
that.
It's hard to say because
I-
I mean Diablo, of course, you can get literally everything from everywhere.
And you
Now,
have
of
higher
course,
chances
certain
from harder
areas,
bosses.
yeah, in certain areas,
Have-
you may actually get things that drop like certain, resources, stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know. They have not gone over that yet. Maybe the end game will show that, and maybe the
Yeah.
end game is more like
Yeah.
you're saying, like, yeah, you kill these certain bosses. Yeah, they have the set loop that, rotates, and you may get it, you may not.
What
but,
are
hey,
the
run it again.
colors so far? Or
It's so
you know,
far you have
statuses?
you don't
I've
have you
seen-
don't have legendary.
I haven't
It's
seen
just
it yet.
common, uncommon, rare, and epic, which purple is the highest
I
right now,
thought there
unless they
was,
do go to legendary.
No, there are legendary. There's because they showed some
Legendary?
guns last time that they were gold and they
Maybe there is.
Were those the monster hunts? I feel like in the monster hunts I might have seen some legendary gear.
I think so.
Maybe so. Maybe so. I guess I missed that.
Damn fly in here. Okay.
I don't know. Either way, like it's just exciting to see that.
It is.
I'm
Down or
just excited to
duration
see
of
like the
skip.
math.
Yeah.
of it all.
Smashing this stuff together to add it all up to get what you need.
Or they may alter it on a more
There you go. There's your lava lanch helmet.
There's the vagina.
The
You wanna
vagina.
just- you want to zoom
The
in on
sewn
that, or
vagina.
Let's get a
So
close-up
this
for
reminds
Bomber
me-
later.
this reminds me of a horror movie called Teeth.
Oh, I love that one. That's a good one. I love horror. But yeah.
fundamental level. But fear not, we will showcase these bad boys in a future video.
The guns are fucking fantastic.
I mean, this is a
So
rare.
fantastic.
It's blue, and it
Yeah.
has.
It is.
I mean,
It's
it
just
looks
blue.
awesome. It looks cool. I mean, to me,
feel like I've seen the voodoo before though on something else. So I think they take them and they kind of like a voodoo something else, kind of like Borderlands in a way.
yeah.
Where they're like the voodoo something and they just add little things here and there. But either way, like that fucking looks fantastic. It looks like somebody's like fucking loincloth or whatever that cup thing is like on the top there. I mean, that's your cup, but it looks great.
And with that,
I
the
got your
introduction to our
loincloth.
Pyromancer is coming to a close. Keep an eye out on our YouTube channel for future gameplay videos and other spotlights coming soon. Subscribe and hit the notification.
All right, so we're gonna end it there because the video's pretty much over. They're just gonna go over subscribe and all that. My thought on this is, it's. I do think it's an awesome class. It looks very enjoyable. I've already pretty much decided I wanted to do Devastator. I enjoy the tank class being up close and personal, so that's where I'm more focusing on. However, after saying that, I'm looking forward to this. I mean, this looks like fun also. The fact that you have so much you can do, the fact that you can actually combo with so many things and with so many other people. I'm excited for the game, but like I said at the very beginning, I'm trying to contain my excitement because one, we don't have released it yet, and two,
Yeah.
I've been taught in the past not to get too excited.
For anything.
I yeah. I think this class goes hand in hand with Rambo or your Devastator class, kind of in a way, because you can immobilize, and then your Devastator is going to be able to come in and like
Oh yeah, smash shit.
spear them and smash it. So I just think that those two classes kind of go well together. I
Well,
mean,
mind
and
you,
they all have their
the-
own, but
The Devastator has the taunt ability where, hey, come fight me.
So I was
So
about to say,
if I piss
yeah.
everything off, it comes at me. Well, if everything's in one spot, that just allows you to burn the shit out of it even that much easier.
We'll also
No,
remember your
definitely.
Devastator does have that where he jumps up in the air and then can slam on
Smash.
things.
Yep.
So you can like see a huge group, slam on them real quick, gather them because you're taunt, and then your Pyromancer sit
Yeah,
there.
or the Pyromancer
immobilize
can
with
light
the
'em on
ash,
fire.
smash them.
Yes.
Yeah.
They showed that in the
Like
last
there's
video,
so
but
much.
yeah.
There's so much, and that's just the four. That's just the 4 powers, and you have 4 more that you can get. So
Oh yeah.
it's still pretty awesome.
Yeah, stacking's gonna be, or like just I don't know, learning it all is gonna be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Playing with a group
Absolutely.
of players, learning other people's play styles, kind of going from that. I think this game's going to be great for those who have played together a long time. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
know
And then
how you
it'll
play,
be-
I know what you're doing, but
Yeah, and it'll be communicating, saying, "Hey, get ready to use your Ash ability" or stuff like that.
mhm.
So we will have this uploaded, and we will do the next one, which will be the Trickster, and then the Technomancer after that. Thanks for watching. If you guys got any comments, please put them down at the bottom. Like, share, subscribe, and if you have any other questions at all, join us on Discord. You can meet us there, and we have an Outriders chat that we do talk in. We do post videos and other stuff, and we all three of us are very excited. Thanks for coming out. I will see you guys later. Have a good night.
Yes.
Deuces.